Okay, chest armor, got that. Arm guards, got that. Shield the size of a small ironing board, got that. Okay, I think we're ready to train raptors. Hey guys, today we're going to be checking out the Mattel Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. This is Dinosaur Trainer Owen. Before we get a gander at Owen's dinosaur training gear, let's figure out how tall the figure is. Standing the tape measure next to him, he's close, just shy of 4 inches in height. In fact, it would be probably a safe assumption to say that he is the same height as the Owen that came included with Baby Blue, and you would be 1,000% correct. In fact, a lot of the similar components carried over here from one figure to the other. It looks like they have reused his arms, just simply colored it different from the yellow here to the blue. And his jeans are identical, same sculpt, right down to the same peg holes on the backside to display the sheath with knife. Obviously, a simple swap out of color has changed one Owen to another, which I think is perfectly acceptable. He does come with some accessories. We'll just put the figure down here for a second. Of course, those accessories being dinosaur training. Oh my god, I don't think this is enough. But yet, this is what he comes displayed with. But you know what? Before we do that, why don't we have a look at the figure? The figure, much like the Owen that we already had a look at, God, we're going to have to bring him back in. There we go. The two figures are almost identical. I think if not for the fact that the paint probably has just been changed, as paint can't be 100% correct from one figure to the other, but I think it's safe to say that the head sculpts are identical to one another. It's really just paint that has changed them ever so slightly. This one here does look a little bit more like him, but again, mileage may vary from one figure to the other. You may have this figure and the paint be slightly different from the one that you're looking at right here, but from the body standpoint, identical to one another. Torso is the only thing that's really changed from this figure to this figure here. And now you've got the swap out of this really nice blue color and a lighter shade of blue for the jeans here. So anyways, let's talk about his accessories. Accessory-wise, he comes with 2 pads, which initially I had to look online just to double check that I had the right placement of these, because they almost at first glance, looking at them, you would almost believe them to be more shin guards than anything else. But I guess realistically, if a dinosaur is going to be attacking you, let's put ourselves in that scenario, it probably will be attacking your arms and not necessarily going for your legs, unless they're little tiny dinosaurs. So if he's training them, it would make sense that he would want guards on his arms. And those guards they're essentially just clipped onto place. There's enough clearance between both sides of it that it just fits over top of his arms like so. And you've got the guards here now guarding his arms, or like blocking his arms from whatever raptor attack there may be. He, of course, also has a shoulder, or shoulders attached to the torso area here, and he's got some torso armor. The torso armor is of a softer plastic, and it's almost painted in, I don't even want to say it's been painted, it's most likely been cast in a silver plastic here. And to fit that over the Owen figure, you're just simply going to slide it over top of his torso, and you've got, at the very least, a somewhat more protected Owen than what he started off with. I still don't think this is enough, but what do I know? I don't train dinosaurs. And then he does come with this really cool looking shield. The shield is of a translucent, almost turquoise plastic, and then you've got the Jurassic World stamped logo on the front there. The shield, from what I can gather, there's these 2 little side handles that you can clip into his hands. The hands are, have to kind of pry them open a little bit to fit the handles in between them. I guess you could theoretically put them in either side. Again, that will involve just a little bit of the prying of the hands to fit them into place. A lot of the times you may bend the thumb inadvertently. You don't want to be bending thumbs. Not intentionally, at the very least. But you can get them into his hand. It's just somewhat tricky to get it. If it also helps that I don't have it in camera. The camera is not There we go. I was going to say the camera is not focusing. There we go. But you can get in between his fingers. But the thumbs do give you a little bit of trouble along the way. They just want to bend by the nature of the softer plastic that they used. See, again, like this thumb here just wants to bend. You may even find it easier just to display the shield in one hand and call it a day rather than trying to fight it to get it into his other hand. Camera's giving me troubles today. I think he should have come also with something else, a baton, a shock stick, something. I feel like this is not nearly enough. Good intentions can go long in life, but I don't think good intentions can also help train raptors, but what do I know? Go ahead and take the shield out of his hand. It should have probably been a little bit bigger, and I'm thinking it more so from a realistic standpoint, but it's nice that at least they give you a little shield here. Posability on this guy. His head rotates all the way around. The shoulders hinge outward as well as all the way around. They get a little stuck, as you could probably guess it, around the shoulder area here. They get a little on the stuck side. Bend at the elbow. Despite for the fact that he does have the guards on his arms, you can rotate the arms, but you may find sometimes that the guards will pop off. It's bound to happen. Waist swivel also is featured here on Owen. Legs split. That's a considerable split. Forget about the raptors. That would be rather painful. He's got bend in the legs back and forth, a bend at the knee, a rotation back and forth, and sadly doesn't have any posability in the feet, but I don't necessarily think he needs posability in the feet. And he does also have peg holes on the undersides, and yet he still doesn't come with a display stand. I don't really think he needs a display stand, but they do put peg holes underneath just in case. Though from a safety standpoint, I don't think this is the most practical ways to arm yourself when getting into a den with raptors. But apparently Owen knows best that arm guards and just some torso armor is enough to survive a raptor attack. Of course, he's got the shield as well. But excluding that standpoint, because I would never get into a den with raptors anyways, the figure is nice. Sure, it makes use of a lot of similar elements that we looked at with the previous looked at Owen that came with the baby blue. But I do think it's got a nice sculpt. It looks enough like Chris Pratt that I think it gets the point across. And I love the fact that you do have the posability in this. It does say something for other toy companies that for some smaller basic figures, if you will, why those figures have to have simple swivels, usually 5 points of articulation, when figures like this can have more posability. Of course, for movie tie-in property figures, a lot of kids are going to want to go out and get Jurassic World Kingdom, Fallen Kingdom figures, so therefore it makes sense that they probably would have put a little bit more effort into releasing this line with some added, much needed articulation. Definitely looking forward to having a look at more of these, so if you guys wanted to see some more Jurassic World figure reviews, stay on this channel and make sure you hit that little subscribe button down below so you'll never miss a beat when future videos are coming on here. Again, we're going to have a look at some more Jurassic World goodness, and some other figure reviews are going to be coming your way as well, so stay tuned for those. As always, guys, thanks for watching, as you always do. I'll see you next time.